Alrighty guys, what's going on? It's your boy Phoenix here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're obviously going to be reacting to Marvel's Avengers, the Spider-Man gameplay, which is the hands-on preview. Shout out to IGN for posting the video. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see how he plays in Marvel's Avengers. As you guys know, he is a PS4 exclusive, and he's a PlayStation exclusive, and I don't have him for PlayStation. I don't have the game for PlayStation. As you guys know, I have it for Xbox because that's, what I got it for whenever we first started up Let's Play. So if you guys haven't recently, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are newer on the road to 100 subscribers. It would mean the world to me if you watching would subscribe. And let's go ahead and get on with the video, and let's see what's going on. Let's see what we got going.
Finally.
Okay, so first things first, off the bat, you can tell that suit is his comic book related.
On November 30th, Spider-Man is swinging his way into Marvel's Avengers.
Right?
If you're playing on PlayStation, that is. I recently got the chance to spend 2 hours hands-on with Crystal Dynamics' latest addition to the roster and see everything the web slinger has to offer. I came away looking forward to using his abilities more, but a little worried about what it is I'll actually be doing with them.
Alright, let's go. We got the hands-on preview.
A quick note here before we get going that all the footage you're seeing here has been provided by the developers and not captured by us, so may not illustrate exactly what I'm going to be describing here. Peter Parker's introduction to Avengers is slightly different to previous.
Wait. Go back to that suit. Go back to the suit. Okay, I just saw something. Go back to that suit real quick.
Avengers is slightly.
Okay, we gotta go. Okay, I don't know if I can catch it. Okay, right here. Alright, so first things first, you can tell right here, I know I said this in whenever we first reacted to it, but you can tell right here that this suit right here, you can tell that it's probably like a mixture of both the Tom Holland suit and the Ultimate Spider-Man suit from the cartoons. You can tell, because like, you can look right here, notice how the sleeves right here, notice how the red right here isn't going all the way down, like normally how it would usually do. It will normally go all the way down. Notice how that is not going down. And notice the way that the eyes are too, dude. This is going to be insane. I'm so excited for this.
Introduction to Avengers is slightly different to previous DLC characters. Called a hero event instead of an operation, Spidey doesn't have any of his own story missions, but instead feels more akin to a character joining a hero shooter roster.
Okay, so instead he doesn't have his own like storyline to him. Okay, so that makes sense, because I was wondering, there has to be a story, because think about it, Black Panther had a story, Kate Bishop had a story, Hawkeye had a story. This is like an event, so it doesn't have like a story. Okay, I get it. Okay, so
every other Avenger,
wouldn't that pretty much affect
with his own unique moveset and slots right into the frantic action. With a combat style largely centered on quick evades, perfect dodges, and quick-fire melee attacks, he plays somewhat similar to a more nimble Black Panther. While a lot of his strikes are your standard punches and kicks, every now and then a more Spidey-like contextual animation will trigger, which feels entirely in keeping with the character.
Was that a web rush or a web strike? Hold up, let's rewind that back. Let's get there.
Will trigger, which feels entirely in keeping with the character. As with textual animation will trigger, which feels entirely in keeping with the character. As with any of the Avengers, he also has 3 heroic abilities. Web bomb.
Okay, so you can web strike, which is amazing, but I'm pretty sure the way that he was rushing was a web strike. I'm not sure.
Causes area of effect damage and is naturally useful for crowd control.
Wait, is that a web grenade?
Effect damage and is naturally useful for any of the Avengers. He also has 3 heroic abilities. Web bomb causes area of effect damage and is naturally useful for crowd control, but also inflicts the new web status effect onto enemies. Once that status effect bar is full, a webbed enemy becomes incapacitated and much easier to take down. The Spider Drone is a patrolling AI companion that fires webs at any foe that wanders into its radius. You can choose whether to instruct it to roam a specific area of the fight, or set it to follow mode, offering some welcome flexibility on the battlefield. Lastly is Spider-Man's ultimate ability, the Wrecking Ball, effectively a giant ball of webs that smashes down onto the ground to damage anyone near it. It works in a similar fashion to Thor's Bifrost ability. Spider-Man onto the ground to damage anyone near it.
Let's see this.
effectively a giant ball of webs that smashes down onto the ground to damage anyone near it. It works in a similar fashion to Thor's Bifrost ability. Spider-Man feels great in combat, which is not entirely surprising. Hero design has never been Marvel's Avengers problem. The same, sadly, can't quite be said for how it feels to play as Spider-Man outside of a fight though. In this preview build, I got to swing around the eastern seaboard region, which is the closest we're going to get to Peter's native Queens. A very high bar has been set by Insomniac when it comes to the fluid motion of Spidey, but even allowing some headroom, Avengers falls quite some distance short of it. Opting for the swing off of anything method, Spider-Man effectively swings from a glass ceiling in the air. In fairness to Crystal Dynamics, this is the only real option, with the majority of Avengers locations being rural such as deserts and snowy tundra. The developer also doesn't have the luxury of being able to design.
Okay, because I was wondering in that trailer, we saw him fly up. I was like, there's no way that they got him to fly up, because that was the only thing that was gonna be amazing. But I was gonna say, like, if he could fly up, that would be cool as shit.
And a whole city around the Spider-Man mechanics like Insomniac has. Despite this, some of the magic is there, especially for the first swing or two after each launch into the air. But that magic often swiftly and unceremoniously evaporates as Parker smacks his face into that aforementioned glass ceiling, and all sense of momentum is lost. The lack of true swinging freedom is noticeable, and while maybe it's unfair to compare it with the Insomniac version, it's honestly questionable whether the swinging here feels any better than Spider-Man 2 did on the PlayStation 2. All illusions are broken once you attempt to swing moderately high into the air and hit that invisible barrier, something that also affects wall running, which just stops you ascending somewhere past the 15th story like an out-of-service elevator. Stay low and you can build up some decent momentum, but show much ambition and you'll be met with some pretty restrictions.
One thing that I want to go over is, with the web bomb, are we going to be allowed to combo ultimate into it? Because the web bomb, if you guys know what the web bomb, it's essentially, if you guys are watching me, if you guys have seen my Spider-Man playthroughs or my Spider-Man streams over here on YouTube, there is like a web bomb, but in there, I don't know if it's called a web. I apologize if my Marvel Spider-Man game knowledge is lacking, but I'm pretty sure it's called like a web grenade or something. But or it's probably just called web bomb, and I'm just confusing up the two things from Homecoming or something. But I feel like this would be like a really good. I feel like it would be like a really good ultimate, because like most of the time, Spidey has like other ultimates, but honestly, I'm gonna have to use it.
Describing Spidey's arrival as a hero event instead of an operation is basically code for don't expect any story missions. And that's exactly what you're getting. Apart from a short cutscene introducing Spider-Man to the rest of the team, the rest of what I saw of Peter's plotline about a suspicious chemical company was told through audio files, mainly emails and text messages read aloud, obtained once certain objectives were completed. These objectives are all standard Avengers fare that long-term players will be familiar with, such as perform 25 power attacks or play any 2 missions. Apart from a harm room tutorial, there's no new mission content here. The lack of content is definitely frustrating, and those expecting a new set of Spider-Man story missions to play will be left disappointed. One thing that Spider-Man doesn't lack, however, is outfits. Crystal Dynamics' latest addition to their Marvel...
Yo, this suit looks so good. Hold up. I'm pretty sure that this is in Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure that this is in the Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure this is in the Spider-Man game, right? I think it's the I think it's like one of the I don't. I know that I have that suit specifically for my original save for my normal difficulty that I played like a long time ago, but this has to be like one of the
Skinematic universe comes with around 40 suits. There's
this one right here. I don't really know what this is. I'm pretty sure like this is his like university one. I'm pretty sure.
Every color under the sun imaginable.
But look at the web shooters though.
As well as some fan favorites.
No! Yo, they got Noir in here. No, Noir. Okay, so you can tell that this is Spider-Man Noir. You can tell that this is Spider-Man Noir. Like look at the eyes and like look at the jacket. You can tell like this is Makeshift right here. Like this is Spider-Man Noir.
Favorites from the comics, such as the Spider Noir suit. It's clear that a great deal of care.
Yo, look at what they did to Spider-Knight's face. Look at what they did to the suit's face though. I like this one better than the one. I haven't used Spider Knight, I don't think, in my original playthrough, but I do love this version of Spider Knight right here. I do love this version of Spider Knight.
Has been taken in curating and designing these outfits. So it's a shame that the same attention doesn't seem to have been paid elsewhere regarding new missions or Spidey's traversal. Spider-Man has been a long time coming to Marvel's Avengers, and while it does remain to be seen whether the wait has been worth it, for the moment his addition feels more like a promise fulfilled through gritted teeth rather than one delivered with a smile. For more Spider-Man in Avengers, why not check out the latest trailer, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Okay, so obviously there's a whole bunch of stuff in there that I really want to go over, but we'll go over in the live stream and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and follow me on Instagram, link down in the description below. And we're on the road to 100 subscribers. So you watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later on today with a Marvel Spider-Man live stream.